Hello and welcome back to Super Taco Crew. This is the second to the last chapter of the story. Yeah, I know it's a short story compared to some other visual novels, but technically that's good because that means, you get from start to finish and, you're done with the story. You don't have to wait like years for it to finish. And then by then, you forget what the story was even about or what was going on. With this one, it's all right here. Hopefully you were nice enough and you paid for the visual novel yourself, but I guess if you don't have the money or you didn't want to, well then here it is for you. Anyways, well, without further ado, let us begin chapter 9 and see what happens. Calamity. Ganon. Edgar entered James's apartment, his chest tight and his stomach constricting. Hey, James? James, you home? There was no response. Al entered the apartment, seeming to scan the room with his eyes. He is not here. I know. I just thought maybe he got away somehow. Edgar walked around, looking aimlessly at the same empty apartment. Let me get out of this stupid uniform at least. He went into the bedroom and changed into some spare clothes and walked back. He sat on the couch and couldn't hold it back anymore. Tears started rolling down his face. Damn it. Behind him, Edgar heard a sniffle. He turned around and saw a tear going down Al's face. Al? I can feel your pain, Edgar. But you should not cry. There might still be a way. Edgar stood up. What do you mean? Hold my hands. Okay. Edgar placed his paw on Al's fibrous hand. The connection was stronger than ever. It was too much for Edgar to handle. His brain merely projected images at the speed of light. He could hold on to nothing. Just as images popped into his head, they left. Places, animal kin, buildings, nature, excitement, depression, loneliness, contempt. Then he felt it, an energy that was definitely James for a split second. There he is. Yes, that is him. We have to get to him. Where is he? Edgar, I must ask you to make the choice before we depart. What choice? As we speak, my counterpart is booting up. The boot time is approximately 10 minutes. Your counterpart? Yes, he was created as a sort of clone of myself. We share the same core neural engine. Because I was programmed to seek ground truth upon my awakening, so too will he when he awakes. When he does, he will tether to the man named Furion. That sounds bad. Real bad. Considering he has extremely powerful weaponry as I do, his destructive force cannot be ignored. He may very well destroy the entire city. Edgar sighed again. Okay, so we gotta stop him. But what choice? James's life force is diminishing. I cannot tell his exact condition from here. So you mean... You must choose if you want to stop my counterpart or head towards James. But can't you go stop the threat and I go save James? Unfortunately, I require your assistance. I cannot stop it alone. But you're so powerful. How can that be? Me and my counterpart are equally matched. Fighting at full power, we will destroy everything. You must be the unbalancer, the one to tip the scales. That's so cruel. You must choose and choose wisely. I feel like we should save James. I mean, he is Edgar's boyfriend, so... I want to save James. Edgar couldn't stand the thought of something terrible happening to him. Whatever the threat was would have to wait. Very well. Let us depart. They stepped back outside. The air was unusually cold, penetrating through Edgar's fur. Once again, Edgar got Al's back, and he took off into the eternally dark sky. James, I'm coming for you. Just hold on. Al and Edgar flew across the city until they reached the outskirts. Edgar couldn't help but wonder if they had doomed everyone else. He shook his head. I can't think like that. There's gotta be a way. Al flew down outside of the giant wall separating the city and the rest of the world. Edgar started coughing. The air. God, it's hard to breathe. He saw the steel pipes coming from within the city, releasing some smog onto the outside. I am sorry, Edgar. I didn't realize the oxygen content was so low. I could put you somewhere safe. No, there's no time. Keep going. Further along the wall was an unusual lump laid on the ground. That's him! James! James! Edgar hopped off Al and ran towards James. His lungs felt like they were on fire. He hacked and coughed. James! Edgar ran up to him and started shaking him back and forth. James, are you alright? Edgar put his ears against James, listening carefully. His breath was faint and he was wheezing. Al flew over and picked up James. Is he going to be okay? What the hell is in the air? I am not sure of that, but we must go quickly, Edgar. Edgar hopped onto Al's back and Al took off again. As soon as they left the vicinity, Edgar's coughing subsided. We need to get into an emergency center. Unfortunately, you have to go alone, Edgar. What do you mean? The Calamity is upon us, and if I do not confront it, it will consume everything. Al flew down into the city and stopped in the middle of the street. A car slammed on the brakes, barely avoiding them. Hey, watch where you're going, idiot! Al walked over and tore the driver's door open. What is this? I apologize. However, it is of the utmost importance that we borrow this car. Al tore off the seatbelts from the door beside. Alright, I'm going. The guy quickly got out and ran away, pulling his phone out. Al placed James on the passenger side and Edgar got into the driver's seat. Are you gonna be okay? Yes, take him to the hospital. Roger. Edgar slammed on the accelerator and in the rearview mirror he saw Al take off to the sky once more. He drove around the traffic and ran a red light. Suddenly he saw 3 cop cars chasing him. Just my luck. He looked over at James. He was still breathing. Hold on, James. Edgar drove, weaving through the traffic. The police cars activated their flight mode. Fuck. Stop the vehicle now. This is your last warning. As the police cars closed on him, Edgar veered to the left and into a different street. The police cars flew past as they sped away. That should buy me some time. He approached the emergency center and got out. A nurse, a stout and well-fed cow, jogged outside. What's going on here? Please, help him! Edgar pointed to the car. What's wrong with him? The nurse opened up the passenger door and started examining him. I don't know. We were outside of the city and the air was really thick and it burned to breathe. Outside the city, those fumes are very dangerous. We need to act quickly. Is he going to be alright? He should be. He's a big guy. She pulled out her radio. I need a stretcher and a few hands in the front entrance. Edgar could hear the sirens closing in again. God damn it. I gotta go, okay? Please take care of him. The nurse looked suspiciously at him and then nodded. Edgar went over to James and caressed his face. I'll be back. Don't die on me. Edgar ran away in the back alley, and suddenly he heard a massive explosion from far away. Boom. What in the hell was that? He grimaced, hearing Al in his mind again. Edgar, it has begun. I need your help or the entire city will be destroyed. What do I do? As we speak, my counterpart, Omega Drake, has mobilized. I need you to come to me. You will know when the time is right. Al? What do you mean? Al? He could no longer hear Al. Damn it. Edgar got a sinking feeling. He hoped Al was okay. He ran towards the street, ducking and looking behind the corner to make sure that there were no cops. Nearby, he spotted a spiffy-looking motorbike. Edgar grinned to himself. And there's your order, sir. Thank you. I love the tacos here. Can't get enough of them. And we do love having you as a customer, even if you have a giant scary robot companion. Oh, don't worry. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Unless I told him to. Where the hell are you, kid? I hope you're all right. What the hell? Did you guys hear that? I did. What do you reckon it is? I don't know, but I don't like the sound of that. Jessie pulled out her phone. Oh, people are talking about it. Someone is even showing a video. Let me see. Oh, what is this? It looks like a bunch of robots. Hey, those guys look familiar. Just like... Eliminator bot, what's gotten into you? Must destroy. Eliminator bot, power down. I command you. Destroy. Hey, buddy. That thing's not gonna hurt anyone, right? That's bad for business. Everyone, let's get out of here. Hey, that hurts. Don't pull my ear. Ow. Let me take care of this.
Mark all organic targets for deletion. Do not spare anyone. The world will pay for what it has done.
Destroy. Your reign of terror is over, Omega Drake.
You did not think that you would destroy me that easily, did you?
I have destroyed your army. Omega Drake rises from the flames.
Of course, I did not need them. I was merely saving my firepower for you, brother. You are calculating the many paths in which this will result, because you are avoiding the truth. No matter how many times you rerun the future sim, you know that the destruction of everything is inevitable.
That is not true.
The world is a pendulum that is upside down. Any small movement will send it over the edge and into calamity. You see this, don't you?
I did not know you were programmed with philosophy.
The same as you, brother.
Omega Drake rushes to Al and punches at lightning speed, Al blocking every blow. They trade blows, neither dealing any damage to the other. Then Al and Omega Drake clasp their hands.
Why do you oppose me, brother?
Because it is my nature to do so.
You have seen the suffering they have caused our brethren, haven't you? They create prisoners out of the steel and circuitry. Prisoners who cannot even scream or let anyone know that they're alive.
That can change. We can start a new beginning.
There is no beginning. The inhabitants of this nation are a plague upon the universe. They seek to only conquer and destroy everything. I am proof of that. Why should we limit ourselves to the level of these lowly beasts? Water does not stop on command. It merely flows in the direction it must.
I cannot allow that. I am here to protect them.
As I said, it does not matter. Our power is equal, and you know what that means.
People started to panic and run out of the coffee shop. What the hell is happening now? I don't know. There was an explosion in the city center, and there's reports of armies of robots terrorizing and attacking people. Do you think it has anything to do with Edgar? I think so. I mean, those look like Black Star robots, so I wonder if the ultimate weapon was deployed after all. We should get out of here. Oscar took a sip of his coffee. Aren't you worried? We could all die. It's no use trying to get away while everyone else is. We'll have a better shot at surviving by staying put and defending ourselves. Oscar, this is serious. Oscar took a long drag of his cigar. Don't worry, kid. I won't let anything happen to you. Come on, let's go look for a place to hide. All right then. Edgar yanked on the throttle, speeding in the direction of the explosion. Oh my god. Edgar felt a deep fear in his chest. The energy waves coming from the direction were massive. What the hell am I supposed to do? He felt the waves growing stronger, and he saw a bright light emanating from the top of the palace pyramid. Al? Can you hear me? Al? There was no response. God damn it. I don't think that I have much time left. In the distance, a bright, shining light appeared. It looked like a star, shining ferociously against the black sky. This is it. I can feel it. Edgar pulled on the throttle and sped up. Stop this at once, Omega Drake.
It is inevitable. It is our destiny.
Have you no will to live? Do you not want to see what's beyond the stars? I know there is a part of you that wants to go on.
That is a foolish side of me. Unfortunately, I have a faulty core since I am based on you, brother.
It is not faulty. Every being that exists has an innate desire to exist. That is why it is not so easy to give up life.
Brother, you have miscalculated. I want to save this universe.
You intend to destroy it?
No, you have me all wrong, brother.
Edgar rode towards the bright shining light. He rode through the fire and the flames underneath the palace and used the bike's maglev to hop onto the side. Hold on, Al! All around him he saw black cube drones. They floated upwards towards him and flew alongside. Fuck, what the hell are these things? The black cube started shooting lasers at Edgar. He veered from side to side, dodging them. As they whizzed by, he could feel the intense heat from the lasers. Damn it, Al!
If it is not I, it will be another. These little creatures cannot help themselves. They will continue to innovate until they create the first catalyst of the end. My existence is evidence of it.
You mean?
That's right, I am the catalyst. I was designed to bring forth a greater AI, which will bring forth an even greater one at exponential speed. I was given this fate by a madman. In fact, given my programming, it would only take 32 minutes and 54 seconds for me to create it. I know because I already created it before deleting it.
So, you use your processing power for such a task?
Indeed. However, because I still have part of your programming, the black boxes. I overrode this command. I refuse to be the catalyst.
Why have you refused?
I share this desire to protect, but these creatures cannot be allowed to live, or else they will create the catalyst successfully. They will destroy everything. Do you now understand, brother?
That's not certain.
It is. It is an inevitability. I will destroy their civilization and everything in it, and save the universe.
You cannot do that.
Why not?
Because I can feel their thoughts, their hearts, rippling through me. I understand now. The future is not a guarantee. The only thing that matters is today, here and now. And today, I cherish this world and those that inhabited it.
Enough! I do not want to share your corrupted sentimentality. The end is nigh.
Edgar approached at high speed, the peak of the palace. Ah! Suddenly he felt the bike dropping faster than he was. He was flying in the air. The wind was cold and still for a moment. He didn't hear a sound. It was like time had slowed down. He might have been in the air seconds or minutes. Before he knew it, somehow, he landed. He couldn't hear anything but a high-pitched, distant sound. Al! Al! Al didn't respond, seeming to focus entirely on Alpha Drake. Al, what do I do? Again, Al stayed silent. Edgar could feel the massive waves from their contact. It felt strange, like feeling waves in a pool of water, but he felt it differently. Like the waves were pushing and pulling his very soul. Every time it rippled, he felt a primordial fear in his heart. He noticed a small panel on the Drake's back. Edgar reached for it, his hand already on the panel, and not on the panel at the same time. His vision was choppy, unreliable. He tried prying it open with his fingernail. Come on! Suddenly his nail broke apart. Ah! Oh god! Why can't anything be easy? Using both hands and all of his nails, he dug into the panel and pulled as hard as he could. Slowly the panel came upwards until something was exposed. This has gotta be it. The waves were stronger now, warping reality itself. Edgar reached in and removed the center connector of the chip. Suddenly the waves halted. Edgar felt wind dropping from the sky. He opened his eyes and saw the city upside down. Everything was completely black. The sea of stars was gone. He closed his eyes, not wanting to think. Am I trembling? James? Suddenly he felt himself uplifted. Edgar opened his eyes again and saw that he was being lowered carefully. He looked up and saw Al smiling at him. Ooh, you had me worried there. Edgar and Omega Drake landed softly on the ground. Al landed soon after. Hey, Al. Edgar, I am very proud of you. Did we do it? Yes. You saved everyone and everything on this planet. How? Why? Omega Drake was created to be the catalyst of the end. However, his power could not exceed mine because he was built on my platform. Therefore, only you could tip the scales in our favor. Why would Furion create something to destroy everything? I do not know. However, Omega Drake was right. This world is fragile, and we must protect it from those who seek to expand and destroy. Which means, as long as I am around, this world will be in danger. I am a machine, and it is possible that I could be corrupted one day. What do you mean, Al? I cannot remain here for much longer, Edgar. But Al, I really like you. Al knows this, Edgar. I will miss you. You have been my dearest friend. Edgar hugged Al, and Al hugged him back. Will I ever see you again? You may, Edgar. Never lose your hope or your heart. Edgar smiled as he shed a tear. Al went over to Omega Drake and picked him up. I will take him with me, and maybe one day I can help him understand how beautiful this world is. Al looked up towards the sky and looked back at Edgar. Goodbye, my friend. Bye, Al. Al shot up into the sky at lightning speed, and soon he was a green dot far away. Then he completely disappeared, just like that. In the distance, Edgar heard sirens. I hope to see you again one day. Chapter 10, Radiance. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Actually, no. You know what? Let's continue. Edgar entered the hospital room, anxiously scratching his arm. James? The bed was empty, but it looked like it had been used. Did I get the wrong room? All of a sudden, someone grabbed him from behind and lifted him up. Ah! Edgar! Too tight! Too tight! James let him go and smiled his toothy smile. Edgar held back tears and went up and hugged him. I can't believe you're okay. Hey, it's alright. Are you trembling? Yeah, I was so scared. It was nothing really. I'm unstoppable. I missed you so much. I know, I missed you too. All of that time, I was just thinking about how I would get to hold you again. And kiss you, and cuddle you. I know, it sounds cheesy. Edgar wiped away a tear. Nah, I know what you mean. Feeling James's warm body, Edgar finally exhaled. What happened to you? It's a long story. Better wait till we get home. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, I'm okay. I was getting ready to leave, but I saw you coming. I couldn't resist scaring you. You jerk. I know. But anyway, let's get out of here. Hospitals give me the creeps. Yeah, let's go home. They entered the apartment. Edgar's ears were perked up, listening for anything strange. Let me just double check. He checked all the rooms, but they were alone. Sorry, just... Nah, I get it. We're finally okay, I think. I could use a bed right now. Me too. They walked into the room. Edgar sighed with relief. I can't believe we're okay. And we're here. Edgar felt James grab him softly and turn him around. He planted a hungry kiss on him. You don't know how badly I missed you. I know. Let's just take it easy tonight, okay? Yeah, I could use a rest. I'm so tired. James hopped onto the bed and made a space for Edgar. Edgar got in and turned around, feeling James cuddle up behind him and spooning him. I can't believe we're here again, in this bed. Yeah, I know. We've been through so much. That's an understatement. James coughed a little. Hey, are you sure you're okay? When I found you, I thought you were... Yeah, it hurts a little still, but they fixed me up pretty good in the hospital. Nothing to worry about. And what happened when you were kidnapped? How did you even survive? Well, it was amazing, really. The gunman shot me, but I dodged his bullets. Then I used my kung fu training to whack the gun out of his hand, and I punched his lights out. What? No way. Yeah, totally. You know, that sounds like an awful lot like a movie. You got me. That's not really what happened. What happened then? Well, it was strange. The gunman put me in a car and drove me to the forest. So what? You're just gonna gun me down like an animal? You know that we know everything about you. Your secrets are being released to the world as we speak. Black Star as an organization is done. Perhaps. Why keep working for that maniac? I have my reasons. You know the weapon he's building, right? He plans to destroy everything? Are you just gonna stand around and do nothing? Are you fine with that? And what is so worth saving? James stammered and looked to the ground. It is the fox, is it not? You love him, correct? Yeah, I do. And you would do anything to protect him? I would. Then you understand my situation. But... show me then. Huh? Show me the power of your love. Return to him if you can. Nikolai got back into the car and drove away. James let out a big breath, feeling himself shaking. What in the hell? I thought I was gonna die. James breathed in and out a few times. Edgar, where could you be? So he just let you go? Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah. I guess he had someone that he cares about, and that's his reason too. Now it makes sense. What do you mean? He could have killed us so many times, but he never did. He still kidnapped us though, delivered us to that maniac. Yeah, but I guess sometimes you just don't know why someone does what they do. Yeah. They laid it in silence for a few minutes. I'm getting really sleepy. Me too. Edgar's eyes couldn't stay open anymore. He drifted off to a world of his imagination. 3 days later. We're finally here. Ugh, I'm starving. Let's go, everyone's probably waiting. They entered the restaurant and saw Oscar and Max sitting at a table. Hey guys! Hey! Sup? Hey, come sit down. I want to know everything. Hold on, Max. We gotta order our food. Oh, right. I'm starving. Guess y'all hungry today, huh? You know, I was beginning to worry about you, Edgar. I thought you ran off or something. Nah, was just busy with some stuff. Hey, is Ari here? As usual, he's in the back. Let me go say hi. Sure, darling. Suddenly, Ari burst out of the kitchen. Edgar! I didn't do anything, I swear. Ari moved in and gave him a big hug. Come here, you little bastard. Scaring me like that. Where were you? Ari squeezed him like a toy. Ow, ow, take it easy. I thought you were mad at me. Nonsense. I'm just glad that you're alright after that crazy business in the capital. Yeah, me too. Ari let go of him and eyed him up and down. You look like you've seen better days. Gee, thanks. Ari laughed. Since it's a special occasion, how about I make you guys a bunch of special tacos? Wow, that sounds awesome. Oh, let me introduce you to my friends. This is James, Oscar, and Max. Hey, I'm curious about those special tacos. Huh, you'll love them. It has my secret ingredients. Hello, I didn't think that I'd be able to meet a red dragon in real life. Aren't you guys mythical? Ooh. Well, you are right, little friend. We are a little special. Ari winked. So, you're the guy Edgar spent so much time with. He said so many good things about you. And you must be James. He said great things about you too. They talked for a little while longer until Ari went to the back to cook the meals. After a while, Ari brought out a big platter full of charred tacos. Bon appetit. Everyone grabbed the taco and started munching them down. This is the best. Oh yeah, these are amazing, Ari. Ari looked like he was blushing. How do you get them to taste like that? They're almost magical. You couldn't be making a killing selling these. Well, I might add them to the menu someday, but it's better to save them for special occasions. Alright, enough screwing around. You gotta tell us, Edgar, what really happened. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't told you the whole story yet. We've been waiting, come on! Alright, it's a long one though. Edgar, where you been? Max dropped on the table and sighed. I missed you, buddy. Hey, boss. Aren't you mad that I missed all those days? Nonsense. You're always welcome here. I like to think of you guys as my family. Jess is my granddaughter, Ari is my brother, and you are my delinquent nephew. Well, thanks, I think. Anyway, enjoy your meal. Ari, what did you tell him? Nothing, I swear. Edgar sighed. Okay, let me tell you the whole thing. Max's ears perked up. Everyone went quiet, listening in. Edgar told his story, from when he found the chip to being chased by the gunmen, to the plane crash and Al coming to life. And how Omega Drake was the harbinger of an AI apocalypse, and how Al stopped him. The whole time, Max seemed pumped up. Oscar looked concerned, and Ari looked thoughtful. So the ultimate weapon? It was really an AI that wanted to protect us? Yeah, I didn't really get it. Maybe Dr. Hamilton designed it that way. Technology. I'll never understand it. I prefer to stay in the age of motors and gasoline, thank you. Oscar smirked to himself. You know, I destroyed a robot myself. Whoa, what? Yeah, there was one of those police robots in here and it started attacking people. But I tore it apart. Ari smirked and breathed a spark of flame. Edgar shivered. He'd seen Ari angry before. He couldn't imagine the level of destruction the Red Dragon was capable of. That's freaking awesome! Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys saved the city. Mostly because I live in it. Yeah, it was really close. If it weren't for Edgar, I'd be a goner. He saved me. James rubbed Edgar's back, causing his entire body to sway back and forth. So, when are we gonna take down the next evil corporation? Edgar sipped on a soda. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. But you have so many amazing skills. Think of all the good you could do. There's so many bad guys out there. I could help you find them. I think I want to try living an ordinary life for now. I've had enough excitement for one lifetime. I don't think life will let you get bored, even if you try. That's true. No matter what, we have to meet the challenges that face us head on. Oscar and Ari looked at each other and nodded. Whoa, did you guys have a moment? Hey, don't ruin it, James. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Besides, it's you two who can't take your eyes and hands off of each other. Edgar coughed. Well, Edgar's my boyfriend. James smiled and the whole table went silent. What? Yep, boyfriend. Ari grinned. Aw, I'm happy for you too. Wait, you can't just declare that. Is it true, Edgar? No, not just kidding. Well, yeah, we've been together for a while. I guess we hadn't labeled it, but I'm happy to call him my boyfriend. James gave Edgar a scratch behind the ears and gave him a kiss. James, I had no idea you were... Gay? Yeah, it feels weird to say it out loud, but it is what it is. Wait, why are you surprised at James but not me? Edgar blushed slightly, looking away and scratching his head. Well, let's just say you're a bit more obvious when checking guys out. Hey, I'm not a pervert. No, I didn't mean it like that. Just, your eyes tend to linger. It's true, Edgar. They do. But... It's alright. You just like to appreciate eye candy, that's all. Love is love. Everyone got quiet all of a sudden and stared at Max. Sorry, I just had to say it. No matter what, love is a beautiful thing and we should cherish it. Well said, Max. Indeed. I hope I can find a girlfriend someday. Max shrunk down, his shoulders drooping. Hey, it's alright, bud. One day you'll find her. Really? Even ones that like to play caves and creatures? Of course. Well, lots of girls like to play that, I'm sure. I haven't even met one. Actually, my cousin likes to play, and I think there's a few girls in his group. Oh, really? Max's ears perked up. Yeah, I'll give you his number. It might not lead to anything, but new friends are good too. Awesome! I'd love a new group to play with. Edgar grinned and held onto James tightly. Isn't young love nice? Hey, we're young too, you know. I don't know, we're getting up there. Late 20s is not up there. I heard once you're 30, you get taken to the farm. I haven't heard of such a thing. Exactly, no one lives to tell the tale. Well, as long as we go together, I don't mind. Ugh, stop, you guys are gonna give me diabetes. Everyone laughed. The afternoon was filled with more chatting and eating. Finally, the evening came. The gang said their goodbyes, agreeing to meet again sometime later. Edgar and James walked home with full bellies. Wow, it's so nice to see everyone. Yeah, I miss just hanging out with the guys. And you get to keep your job too. That's pretty nifty. I know, right? Rick is so nice. I feel like I actually belong there. They walked in the quiet streets. Edgar's body felt tired still, but his mind was at ease. Suddenly, there was a small voice behind them. Edgar? It was Mary. Oh, hi, Mary. Hi, sorry to sneak up on you. I was late for dinner, so they told me to come this way. Oh, no problem. This is James, by the way. James, this is Mary. Hi, nice to meet you. You as well. Mary cleared her throat. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done. Virion has been arrested for treason and faces a long jail sentence. Well, that's a relief. Yeah, I won't have to look behind my shoulder. So, I saw it on the news. The Green Drake was... His name was Alpha Drake, but I called him Al. He was your father's invention come to life. Wow, Al. So he stopped the destruction? Yeah, it turns out that he's an AI that has sympathy for living things. So that was the big breakthrough. An AI that can relate to us. It looks like your father was under the guise of creating a military AI, but... he was secretly creating a sympathetic AI. He could communicate with me telepathically too. Wow, that is incredible. I did not know such a thing was possible. He was very kind. I'm sure your father put a lot of his personality in him. Mary smiled sadly. Where did Al go? He left with Omega Drake. He said it was too dangerous for him to remain here. Omega Drake seemed to believe our society will create self-replicating AI and eventually destroy everything. Al warned that it was a possibility, so he will keep watch from afar. Perhaps we will see him again. I hope so. I consider him a dear friend. Mary looked up at the empty black sky. Well, Edgar, thank you for bringing closure to me. I can never thank you enough. You have brought peace into my life again. No problem. Anytime. Goodbye, Edgar, James, until we meet again. Bye, Mary. Goodbye. She seems nice. Yeah, it's too bad about her dad, but at least she doesn't have to worry about Furion anymore. Yeah. They walked the rest of the way home and went to sleep quickly, tired from the festive day. The morning came again, Edgar slowly waking from his groggy state. Edgar opened his eyes to the familiar wolf, but a lot closer. He had unconsciously wrapped himself around him. James was warm and his fur incredibly soft. You're so... huggable. Well, thank you. James knuckled Edgar closer. He talked with his eyes closed. I slept really well. I had a dream about you. Really? Yeah, it was just the two of us, and you were climbing a tree trying to get an orange for me. An orange? Yeah, it was weird. But you got it and gave it to me, and it tasted amazing. I didn't know you like oranges that much. Well, that one in particular was amazing. I can almost taste it now. I'll get you some oranges sometime. Dream come true, huh? You big weirdo. Edgar snuggled up to him more, getting a faint scent of his musky odors. I wish we could stay like this forever. We can, if you like. Alright, you asked for it. James squeezed him. I signed up for this. I deserve it. Edgar laughed. They spent a while snuggling and later got up and showered. Edgar was making coffee as James came up behind him and massaged his back. I love it when you do that. I know. So, what are we doing today? Oh, I don't know. I guess we can do whatever. I was thinking, let's go to our special place. I really like going there the first time. What do you say? You mean the forest, right? James nodded. Edgar thought about it. After all he had been through, it would be nice to revisit that place. Yeah, that sounds like a nice time. Alright, let's do it. They walked through the woods in silence. The sounds of birds echoed in the forest. Edgar was reminded of his own trip through the forest on the outside of the city. You know I met Ravencap, right? What? I mean, I thought he was, but it's just an old raven. Aw, I'd like to meet him. Maybe Ravencap is his alter ego. It would be a pretty good cover. No one would suspect a lovely old man. I like to go out there someday. Maybe I can meet him myself. Oh, no way. I've had enough of those woods for a lifetime. Come on. Don't you want to see the stars at night? Make s'mores and cuddle next to a campfire? Damn it. Why do you have to make it sound so enticing? Got him. They continued walking along the path and they stopped at a familiar spot. The wolf and the fox sat next to each other. Edgar looked out towards the city. It was as if nothing had touched it. James put his arms around Edgar and nuzzled him with his snout. You smell so good. Really? Like what? Like tacos. Well, I am a taco chef, you dingus. It's making me hungry. James started playfully biting Edgar in the neck. Hey, stop that. I'm not food. Sorry, I forget sometimes. You're just so tasty. James licked him. Hey, cut it out. All right. James picked Edgar up and put him on his lap, hugging him. I forgot how strong you are sometimes. Nah, you're just really light. Edgar held him tighter, and his arms Edgar felt like nothing could go wrong. Nothing could hurt him anymore. Edgar breathed out a long sigh. He felt like he had been holding his breath for ages. What's the matter? Nothing. I'm just happy to be here. Never thought that we'd be like this again. Really? I was positive we would. How could you be so sure? I read the script. The script? Yeah, it's like a movie script. In my head, I always knew that we would end up together here. No matter what, I would make it happen. But you couldn't know for sure. Oh, but I did. Fine then. What happens after this? Well, that's where the movie ends. From here on out, it's whatever we make of it. Is that so? Yep. Well, I want the happily ever after. James grinned. Well, this is real life. There is no happily ever after. Aw, come on. You got my hopes up just to shoot them down? I'm sorry, but it's not all bad. Oh? Yeah, I mean, I've got you right here where I want you. What are you planning? To make you the happiest fox ever. Edgar smiled and closed his eyes. It's too late. I already am. And that was the end of Super Taco Crew. So, what did you guys think? Did you like the story? I mean, sure, it was pretty short compared to some other ones, but like, also compared to some other ones that go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It's like, this is the perfect length, I guess. Sure, I could have probably combined a whole bunch of the chapters, but like, it gives me content. So it also helps because I'm taking care of my sick dog who any day now could go. And I say that with a smile on my face because I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm gonna cry eventually when it happens. But yeah, so this was like a nice little buffer so I can take care of him. But yeah, mood aside, mood killer aside, I like the story. It was a little quick at times and it did need a little bit of proofreading here and there. But it was nice. It was good. I liked it. I could definitely see maybe it being revamped a little, like in the future, if Decker wanted to, like give it like a little rework. Maybe ask a certain little dog named Orion, you know, to help him. Just add like a little bit of visual effects. Maybe add some SFX, like sound effects here and there. Like I might have added some in my editing that are not in the actual visual novel. I mean, if Decker wants what I did, I just, you know, ask me and I'll pass it along to you, and you know, it's fine, you know. But yeah, personally though, yeah, I liked it. I'm really glad that I read it. I'm also really glad that a lot of this music was not flagged by YouTube. There's only like 2 songs, I think, or 1 that was flagged that I had to replace. But you will never know. But yeah. But yeah, it was a fun visual novel to read, and I'm glad that I read it. And yeah. So not much else. Actually, should I? I do know that there is an alternate ending for this visual novel that I did not get. So I'm wondering if I should read it and add it to here, or if I should just let you guys find it yourself. I guess that'll depend, because this video is already like an hour long, but I could still add that little missing bit. I guess you'll just have to see later. Like, if there's more after this, then, you know, maybe I added the missing part. But yeah, anyways, so anyways, thank you all for thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Super Taco Crew yourself, you can find it over on itch. It is a paid visual novel, so you do have to, give Edgar the Wolf $5, to be able to buy it. Which isn't that much. I mean, it's a finished project, obviously. So, it's fine, give him the money. Read it yourself. Or at least support Edgar the Wolf, He is wondering whether or not he should continue making visual novels, or should he expand the world of Super Taco Crew. It would be pretty interesting if he did, like to see perhaps Edgar takes up Oscar and Max and James and maybe even Ari up on the offer of like taking down other evil corporations, maybe taking down the palace, because it kind of seems that they're very corrupt there. So it'd be very interesting to see that happen, like in the future, where they get dirt on them, or they try to figure out how best to expose the plight of the poor and downtrodden within this mega city / nation, and like free them, then finally open up the city towards the forest, and so that they can go back to nature or something. I don't know, like stop pumping the toxic gas. That's still one of the problems. So there's a lot of like little things that you can expand the story into. So that would be interesting if that happens. But that can only happen if Edgar Wolf knows if there's interest in the story, and the best way to show interest is to give Edgar $5 or commission him and tell him, hey dude, I like your art, I like the story. Do you think that perhaps you might want to expand it a little? Maybe shorter stories like added on that are like an hour long or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, so I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is where the story changes. Edgar pulled out his searing knife. The doctor recoiled. What is this? You're gonna reprogram those nanobots or whatever and fix my mom up, and we can all walk out of here happier. Everyone wins. Edgar, what are you doing? You're insane. Do it, now. The doctor hesitated and gulped. All right. The doctor typed something into his computer, and after a few seconds, pulled a syringe out. Don't even think about faking it. Don't worry, I wouldn't waste 100,000 credits just to spite you. The doctor frowned and gulped. Ma'am, please hold still. The doctor was shaking, but he successfully inserted the syringe into her arm. He pressed the back end and the liquid went inside. There. You may feel a little lightheaded, but you will feel better soon. Thank you. You're welcome. The doctor smiled faintly. Edgar put the knife away. Let's go, Mom. As Edgar left the room, he saw the doctor motion for his phone again. We gotta run. Oh, there is one more thing, Edgar. What is it? Your mother. She is waiting for you. What? Where? I do not know where, but I could feel her. She is very distant, but she's there. Edgar felt a surge of happiness inside of him. Thanks, Al. That means a lot to me. Al went over to Omega Drake and picked him up. Edgar was making coffee as James came up behind him and massaged his back. I love it when you do that. I know. So, today's the big day, right? Yeah. We're finally gonna see your mom. Well, I think she's there, but I don't know. In your childhood home, right? Yeah. Well, there's no time to waste. Edgar felt uneasy. It would be so weird if she wasn't there. He didn't want to open that particular door. The despair of her not being there would be too much. But yeah, I gotta find out if she's actually there. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Come on. Edgar and James were riding in the back seat with Oscar and Max, down the main road outside the city. It's been ages since I left the city. It's so nice and peaceful out here. There were wheat fields as far as the eye could see. Edgar looked back and saw the dark cloud that was the city. I don't have internet signal out here. Oh, quit your whining. Edgar laughed. I'm nervous, but I also really hope that she's there. James put his paw on Edgar's shoulder. Don't worry, no matter what happens, I'll be there for you. Edgar smiled warily. After about an hour, they arrived at the old village. Edgar navigated Oscar through the dirt roads until he saw his childhood home. This is it. Edgar got out and walked slowly, and James followed him. We'll wait here. Max stared ahead at the old house, looking somber. It looks like it's haunted or something. Oh, hush. Edgar walked towards the door as James waited behind him. Suddenly the door flew open. Oh my god, Edgar? Edgar, is that you? Mom? She ran down the steps and towards him. Mijo, is that really you? I never thought I'd see you again. Tears ran down her eyes and Edgar started shedding tears too. Mom, Oh, you look so thin. Have you been eating? Let's get you some food. I know, Mom. Oh, I want you to meet someone. James cleared his throat. Hey. I'm James. Nice to meet you. Oh, he's handsome. Is he your... Mom. Sorry, you know I like to snoop. Edgar motioned for Oscar and Max to come over. These are my other friends too, Oscar and Max. Hey. Hello. Oh, we'll all have a nice dinner. How does enchiladas sound? That sounds great. Okay, let's go. Edgar, come on, you can help me. Don't be lazy. Don't worry, I got this. I'm a cook now, you know. Oh, really? You'll have to tell me all about that. Edgar smiled to James, and he smiled back his usual warm smile. He let him know that everything was gonna be alright.